Hey, it's me, Morgan Lee, and welcome to my Brooklyn kitchen. In this series, I'm making some of my favorite recipes, and I'm making them vegan. We're making English muffins today, so that's really exciting. So, I'm just gonna get started. I have everything measured out so I can move kind of quickly. And the first thing we need to do is bloom our yeast. So I have 2 tablespoons plus 1 teaspoon of yeast here and a 1/4 cup of warm water. And I was gonna pour it in this, I'm gonna pour it in the big bowl. Everything's gonna go into this big bowl. So we have the yeast, we have a 1/4 cup of warm water, and I have a full can of coconut milk with a 1/4 of a lemon squeezed in. And the original recipe for these English muffins was not vegan, and it called for buttermilk. So we're using that little bit of lemon juice to kind of create a little bit more of that acidity that you would get from the buttermilk. So we're adding 4 cups of flour. And I'm also, to that, I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of sugar and 2 tablespoons of salt. And I'm just gonna give that a little mix up here. And we're gonna add that in. I'm gonna add it in while the mixer's running. Now that we have this dough formed, we're going to start adding the margarine. And margarine is a really good substitute for butter in baking recipes, I think. So now we're going to add it 1 tablespoon at a time, really soft margarine. Wow, this dough is looking really beautiful. It's very wet, it's very elastic, and that's everything that we're looking for. Look at these cute little bowls. I made them myself. Just bragging a little bit. So, because it's so wet, I'm actually not going to turn this out onto the counter. I'm going to knead this in the bowl because I'm also going to proof this in the bowl. So that is just going to make it a lot easier. So I'm just going to use like my old bread baking technique of turning and folding.
Turn and fold for 10 minutes until it looks like this. Prove on the counter for 1 hour and then 30 minutes in the fridge.
So the key to this is, because I can tell our dough is very sticky, so I'm going to put a lot of cornmeal on the table so that we can roll these out and cut them. Okay, and also generous with the cornmeal on the top. That's going to get the crispiest crust. So now we're just going to roll this out. Ooh, this is looking so beautiful. that's about a 1/4 inch thick. I'm so pleased at how this is rolled out. It looks so incredible. So I'm just cutting these out with this round cutter. Scooping them onto the tray. They look beautiful. This one got a little stuck. Okay, so we have our hot pan here, and I'm just going to lay these into the hot pan. And I just have a little bit of vegetable oil in the bottom. And they're already starting to puff up.
Bake at 350 for 30 minutes.
These ones have cooled, and look at this one. So puffy and perfect. So I'm just gonna give it a taste right now. These ones have to cool off anyway. I'm really happy this recipe is like turning out perfectly, even though it's the first time I've ever made it, and I adapted a recipe that's not normally vegan. Oh my gosh, look at that interior. That's like exactly the interior you're looking for in a English muffin. Perfect. Yum, so soft. A nice little bit of crunchiness. And actually, you can't really tell that there's coconut in this. It's kind of like a secret ingredient. So, these are making me so happy. My plan is to make a vegan version of Eggs Benedict, which is going to be a little bit difficult because Eggs Benedict is mostly eggs. But this is the first step, and it's starting out really, really good. It's not going to be exactly like Eggs Benedict, but I'm trying to make a dish where I can kind of scratch the same itch as Eggs Benedict without incorporating any eggs. So that's what this series is on. The English muffins turned out amazing. I'm so happy with how these turned out. This was a complete success. I'm so impressed with myself. These are so delicious. They're like a little tangy too. It's like so, so good. Definitely give these a try, and don't forget to keep it fresh.
Thanks so much for watching till the end. I hope you learned some new techniques. I've started putting the ingredients lists in the description box below. I love any feedback, so please don't hesitate to comment. And if you like what I'm up to here at Miss Produce, then please subscribe to my channel. Thanks again, you guys.